G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 17 of our Manchester United Rebuild here on Dylan on the Ball. Today we're taking on Borussia Dortmund in the second leg of our round of 16 tie in the Champions League. Do or die time, it's 1-1. If you've watched the last episode, there was an absolute climactic ending to the last game with Karim Adeyemi getting us an equaliser from the brink of an embarrassing defeat. Not that embarrassing, it was only 1-0, but we were down a man for 80 of the 90 minutes, managed to steal an equaliser in the 92nd minute or so. You can guess who it was that was sent off, Mr. Declan Rice, who very much an underwhelming season from him. I suppose it is his first with the club, so he's never going to be perfect, but you'd probably like to see a bit more from him, wouldn't you? Elsewhere, I'll just note, Pedro Neto, seemed like an underwhelming signing. And I've definitely not really utilised him that much. But he's got 8 goals, created a bunch of chances that nobody's put away. He's having a great season, really. For someone who's come off the bench for half of their appearances, he's done very, very well. Really. Can't have too many complaints, though. Most players are having pretty decent seasons, aren't they? One thing I did notice, and this was actually something we did speak about in the last video, Jude Bellingham's contract. I have extended it. I've given him more money a week because he was on just far less than someone of his talent and ability and importance to the team. Really deserved, I suppose. But still only 19, he is looking absolutely incredible. These mentals are just that. They're mental. They're absolutely insane. I don't know anyone that will be as good as his mentals will be, especially once he reaches his full potential, I suppose. Something else I did notice with Mr. Bellingham, his favoured personnel are me and Erling Haaland, which, that's pretty good company to be in, I suppose. We'd love to have him at the club, though, I suppose. But so would Liverpool and Man City. Somehow, if a parting gift for this United team could be bringing in Erling Haaland, I think I'd probably cry. His contract runs out at the end of next season, though, so I'm assuming sometime soon Dortmund will look to extend that or something. I'm not sure. We'll see what they do. Anyway, that's not the focus. The focus is this. He's a wonder kid. He's Jude Bellingham. He's yet to score for England in 21 matches, which, that's not horrible. He's probably playing as a holding midfielder for Southgate. But the exciting bit is that we're his favoured personnel. We're in with a couple of others as well, including Ronaldo. Here he is, Cristiano Ronaldo, with the greats in here, like Carlo Ancelotti, Zidane. I was going to say Jose Mourinho, it says João Moutinho. I'm insane. Anyway, we're in there with all of these, legends of the game, like Pepe, Marcelo. James Rodriguez probably isn't quite the same legend status, but Wayne Rooney, Casemiro, and not Erik Ten Hag. We are in there, we've made it. That's really possibly the highest compliment we can pay not Erik. He's a favourite of the best player of all time to some people. I'm not going to say that that's my opinion necessarily, but some people. Anyway, since you were last here, we've played a few games as I'm being very annoying and scrolling up and down here. I'll sort it by average rating as well, just so that you can see who's actually performing very well. Weirdly enough, Alex Merritt, I don't know. In 3 appearances, he's been in sensational form. I'm not going to play him today because I don't want to risk it on this stage, but maybe he does deserve more playtime if he's playing that well. Some of these other players here are very much not surprising. I suppose it's surprising that Viña maybe is that high because he isn't that well regarded. He didn't come in super well recommended by our scouts. I just personally was like, well, he's got great pace, he's got good stamina, good work rate, he's good at tackling, he's decent enough at crossing. He'll do the job as a backup anyway to Luke Shaw. But in all fairness to him, he's slotted in and he's been absolutely incredible. Mostly not in the league, but that's probably because he's barely played. Anyway, I'm getting very off track here. I'm talking about basically everything except what's happened since you were last here. Since you were last here, we have played 2 games in the Premier League, 2 games in cup competitions. We won the Carabao Cup, our second Carabao Cup? No, what did we win last year? Let's just look at last year. What did we win last year? We won the league. Nope, we got knocked out by Luton in the Carabao Cup last year. Did we win anything else last year? What did we do in the FA Cup? Man, I've got the memory of a goldfish. No. Here we go. We lost 3-0 to Manchester City, so we got revenge, I guess, this time around, beating them 2-1. It was in extra time. It was the 118th minute. 38-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo only went and won us the Carabao Cup. 1-1 at full time, a game we absolutely dominated. Our XG was much, much higher than them. We had 3 times the shots that they did with less possession. We had 11 corners to their 4, and we just absolutely deserved the win. Almost didn't happen even in extra time. Then Cristiano Ronaldo popped up. It was a header from a Tom Lamar corner, getting us our hands on the trophy. As for other competitions, against Blackburn, it was a 4-0 win. A game where really we just created very good quality of chances. Like, we had the same amount of shots as them, but almost 3 times the XG. We did have the possession. We just were very clinical in that first half. 4-0 after 37 minutes, 4 different goal scorers. Neto layout, Fernandes from the penalty spot, and Adeyemi grabbing the goals. We did, obviously, I kind of wanted to win the cup, so I rested Ronaldo, and it came up trumps. He ended up giving us the trophy. So, I mean, great man management there, I suppose. Against Bournemouth, it was 3-0 in the cup. We sort of walked through this one, I suppose. It wasn't, our greatest performance of all time, but, I mean, it got the job done. 3-0 is quite good. I mean, there's nothing to sniff at. But at the end of the day, it was goals for Adeyemi, who then assisted Pedro Neto, who then got his second. So it was 2 for Neto, 1 for Adeyemi, 3 goals for us. Most recently, it was a 2-0 win over West Brom, goals from Ronaldo and Pedro Neto, getting us over the line here. Not perhaps our most convincing of displays. I mean, going by the XG, again, we were very, very dominant and much the better side. Just not quite as clinical as that 4-0 display against Blackburn. One where we dominated possession, we dominated chances, we should have put the game to bed, and it took until the 78th minute to put ourselves 2 goals ahead. Pedro Neto again, who has been in fine form. He might have even earned a start today with Jadon Sancho being out. Pedro Neto having scored, 3 in the last 4 games? I don't know if he played in the Carabao Cup final, but I mean, he's scored in the other 3 games since you were last here, and maybe, just maybe, he deserves a go. As for the competitions, we are ahead on top of the Premier League, 7-point lead with 12 games to play. Perhaps maybe not as dominant as we were last year. I'm not sure, actually, now thinking about it. Anyway, we're 7 points ahead. We've got 12 games to play. We hopefully stay right up there. Hopefully we can win successive Premier Leagues, even if we don't end up winning the Champions League. FA Cup is yet to be drawn. After we beat Bournemouth 3-0, the next round's not been drawn yet, but you can see here Norwich and West Ham and Aston Villa Tottenham are yet to play. Carabao Cup it should say that we won. I don't know why it doesn't, even though, oh, here we go, there we go. Sorry, that was my bad. We've won the Community Shield, we've won the Carabao Cup, we're up to the round of 16 of the Champions League. It says our board expectation is quarterfinal, but I want to win it. It's the last season I'm doing on the Xbox edition. I'm definitely going to PC after this. I don't know why we care so much about the Friendly Cup. Can't we swap the Carabao up to there or something? Anyway, this is the last season I'll be doing on the Xbox. Everything Football Manager from here will be on the PC edition. There's already been 1 video on it. 1, 2? Can't remember now. but from now, it will be all on the PC edition, and hopefully we can go out absolutely on top of the world. Anyway, enough mucking around. Let's get through to our lineup for this big one, the second leg against Dortmund away. Hopefully we can get ourselves through. All right, so I do not know what I'm talking about. We are at home. Of course, we were away last time. That makes sense. I'm a ninny. I don't know why I said ninny. That's not a saying. Anyway, the lineup is De Gea in goals. It's Dalot, Tomori, Bastoni and Shaw across the back line. A midfield 3 of Kessie, Bellingham and Fernandes, and front line of Adeyemi on the right, Leao on the left, and Ronaldo up front. I flirted with the idea of starting Neto, but I sort of back Adeyemi more, and I suppose having Neto in form and as an option off the bench, I sort of like that idea more. I don't know, I just sort of I guess I have more trust in Adeyemi to perform on the biggest stage, I suppose. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us and he does perform well. Hopefully also Erling Haaland is still recovering from his injury. I know it didn't say he was out, but hopefully he's not up to speed yet. Oh, fingers crossed anyway. Let's get through to the lineups. Alright boys, here we are and here we go. Before we get to kick off, as we look at these lineups at Old Trafford, I'll just remind you to please leave us a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here if you want to see where the season goes and what the future holds for our Football Manager on the channel. There'll be lots of experiments, I've got a few ideas. There'll obviously be, possibly when the new game comes out, there'll be a new career mode to get behind. I've already, I think, picked a team. I can't decide whether I want to do them on FIFA or Football Manager or whatever it is. Anyway, if you follow me on Twitter, it's probably an easy guess because I keep talking about this team. Anyway, you should follow me on Twitter though. It's down in the description. It's a real laugh. It's probably not. Anyway, it's for my entertainment more than anything really. Nobody really follows me yet. So let's get through to kick off. Erling Haaland does start. Hopefully he's not fully fit. Hopefully we can take advantage at home in the Champions League. We are underway. Here we go. It's the big one. I am nervous. I've put so much weight on the Champions League this year for, a competition that we're really not guaranteed. We're not that, maybe not that strong yet. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Early highlight here. We've got a goal. It's Bastoni from a long throw. The keeper has absolutely fluffed his lines. Diogo Dalot's throw was, it's definitely close enough to the keeper that he should be getting there. He just doesn't. There's no one in his way. He's not being blocked. He just fluffs it and it falls on the head of Bastoni, who puts us up 1-0 early. That settles those nerves a little bit. Still a long way to go though. Oh man. It's not exactly a game I expect us to dominate either, though early on here we've had the possession and 3 shots to none. It's just the Erling Haaland factor though, isn't it? It's the fact that it is Erling Haaland at the other end, who doesn't need much of an invitation, doesn't need much of a chance to make it count and make us pay. Another highlight here on the half hour. We are on the ball to start with. Bellingham's found Shaw, looked perhaps offside. Oh dear. Big, whipped in cross that Ronaldo fires over the bar. Good signs again though that we were able to get that space. Oh, this is not good. Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty for some reason. We have cleared it though, and it is Ronaldo taking the ball away. Leao on the attack, plays it back to Ronaldo. Big save from Kobel. He needed to make that one, making up for his massive error, giving away the first goal. Shaw with the corner, headed away. This is looking good, isn't it? This is looking very dominant. Another chance for Ronaldo, wide it looked like. Very dominant first half. This is looking a bit one-sided at this point. I guess this is what happens when we have 11 men for the whole game. Another chance from a corner, headed away by Yuri Alberto. Another chance for Bruno to swing it in. Plays Bastoni to Kessie, outside the box. Bellingham from range, nope, looks back, plays Dalot. Tomori with it, playing Kessie, finds Bellingham, finds Fernandes, finds Adeyemi, no, not quite. Dalot though keeps it in play, finds Bruno Fernandes for 2-0. Absolutely fizzed in cross there. This is what, if you play with wide backs on attack, telling them to do the overlapping on both sides and whipped crosses, they just play insane. Like this, it's just an absolute dart that he's just fired in there straight at Bruno Fernandes' toes. And it's 2-0. We've had 6 shots to their none. Erling Haaland? Who cares? 2-0 at the break. We are looking good. It's looking likely that we'll get through. Hopefully we can stick to it. We can get through. Second half underway. They did end up having a shot right towards the end of the half. It didn't show the highlight. You can see that it was a decent chance though. That does worry me. As we get through this half, I might take Adeyemi off. He is playing rather average for his standards. And that'll give Pedro Neto a chance, and we will make that change now. It's 60 minutes in. We'll bring on Neto for Adeyemi. The next change is probably going to be Luke Shaw for Josko Gvardiol. Because Shaw is looking a little run down. So's Dallo, to be fair. But I'd rather keep them out there as long as I sort of can. Here's a chance for Dortmund. Free kick swung in. Oh, big chance that for Emre Can. Fell to him about 4 yards out. Might be exaggerating, but 4 yards out. Another highlight, not chance. Another highlight here. It's Tomori playing Bastoni as we play out from the back. Back to Tomori. Hopefully he can find someone. He gives it to Neto. That was a tricky little flick there from Neto. Can we get out of that corner? We have. Neto. He's going all the way. Oh, he's missed it. You're kidding. I had no idea he was going to run that whole distance by himself. What's he doing? All right. 71st minute. We will bring on Gvardiol for Luke Shaw. And the other change, I mentioned it being Dallo, but with the midfield looking tired as well, and both midfielders looking tired, I am going to bring on Pogba for Fernandes, because I think that's probably a safer bet, I suppose, than trying to change both wide back. Oh, it's a risk. Anyway, there's 18 minutes to go, plus some stoppage time. We're looking good. It's looking like we're getting through. Step one of, 4 rounds to get to the final? No. Yes? No. Format. Oh man, I'm confused. Round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final. Yeah. So 4 matchups we have to win, and this is the first. We are looking good. Neto's through. Big save from Kobel. He has done quite well with a couple of chances, Gregor Kobel. He did hand us an opener on a silver platter, and for that we'll be forever grateful, really. Because it really just made the rest of the game look quite easy. Still in the highlight here. It's probably ended though. Yes. Here we go. Another highlight though, not too long after. It's another long throw. This time Gregor Kobel makes sure of it. Comes out, gathers well. He'll probably look long, I'd say. He does. Tries to get it to Haaland, who wins the header for Brandt, but it's coming the other way until Reina cuts that short. It's Guerrero now on the left, playing it for Nygren. Oh, big chance again. This time David De Gea with the clutch save. Not sure why Nygren didn't go across the keeper there, but I will not complain, as their corner goes out for a throw-in on the opposite side. Perfect. They've changed formations to a much more narrow unit, which I think probably suits us more than anything. But it does mean they do have a second striker, so I mean that we'll see. We're in the 92nd minute though. It seems like we'll get through. Oh, clips the crossbar there, Bastoni's header. Surely we can't throw it away from here. Minute left. Time's up. It's over. We progress. So we do progress against Borussia Dortmund, ending up 3-1 winners on aggregate. That first leg, keeping things tight, a man down for 80 of the 90 minutes, really has done the business, and that set us up for being able to make the most of it at home in front of our fans, where we've really turned it into a fortress and we've been able to absolutely dominate the game, really. We didn't give Dortmund too much of a sniff. Couple of chances they could have done better with, but you could say the same for us. So really, all in all, probably edged it over the 2 legs, even though we were obviously playing a very different game in the first leg to the way that we played in the second, but we were sort of forced to. I'd love to show you who our next opponents will be, but the second legs of the other fixtures are yet to be played. So you can see here, teams like Napoli, Chelsea, City, Barcelona, all those have not yet played the second leg of their fixtures. Whoever it is, what we will do, Dylan on the ball first. I know you're all very excited. We will do a double header next time. So we'll play however many games it is up until, you can see it says team selection, because we're actually playing Chelsea in the Premier League, because I was excited to just, oh, they're down in 11th, goodness me. I was just excited to sort of see who we got, and it turns out we didn't have the draw yet, which is cool. So I will. You'll just have to tune into next video and find out who we've got and watch both games against them. So won't be too much mucking around next time. We'll get straight into it. Make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss it, and you see who we've got in the quarterfinals and how we get on. If we get through that fixture, then we'll probably do the same thing for the semi-final. We'll have to wait and see. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like down below, comment what you thought of the video, any video ideas for the future, those experiments I talked about on Football Manager. I've got the editor, I've got it already. I've got some ideas, I'm going to be doing them. You've already seen somewhat of an idea with the superstars in the A-League video. Much more to come. Make sure if you have any ideas, I'm willing to give it a go. I'm definitely keen to maybe try and see if a squad full of 20 James Milners wins the Premier League. I don't know. Let me know if you think that would be a great video. Tristan, that one's for you. Anyway, next, make sure, yes, you subscribe, you like, you comment down below, you follow me on the socials. They're all down in the descriptions. There's the Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch is there as well, which we'll probably start looking at soon, because I'm in the new place now. I just have to figure out how to do it, basically. And guys, that will do it. Until next time, when we go again in the Champions League to get closer to the ultimate goal. Peace.